Right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with famous German MC, Kai Patzmann. How are you, sir?
Fine, thanks, man. Great to see you, Adam.
So we're here for Felix Sturm once again. He'll be taking on Mr. Kraft. This is our third show working together. Tell me a little bit about your history within boxing, how you first got started being an MC.
So I started 16 years ago. So for the international market, first for the German market, and I was always a huge fan of boxing and kickboxing. I'm also doing kickboxing, for example, more than 500 world championship fights in kickboxing. And it's like, I'm a TV host, and somebody asked me, okay, your voice isn't that bad, so wouldn't you like to try it?
Yeah.
And my uncle is coming from judo, so he was Olympic judo fighter and stuff like
Oh,
this.
really?
So, yeah,
Oh, wow.
And I'm coming from tennis, it's totally different side of the story. But I'm in the sports till I was, 3 years old.
Oh, okay, interesting. So that was your first love, was it? Tennis?
Yeah, it was my first love, indeed. Yeah, handball and tennis. So, and I became a professional tennis player. So I was.
Oh, really? I didn't know that either.
Yeah, I was traveling a bit through the USA, and but it was, it's like 30 years ago. So I'm an old duck. So it was my first life. My first sports life.
Yeah. Oh, wow. So, has boxing overtaken your love for sport? It's done that in my life. Football was sort of like my first love in sport. But now I've barely watched any of the European Championship. So has that sort of happened to you? Have you been addicted to boxing?
Oh yes, absolutely, absolutely. Because when you're stuck in the scene like you too, so you see the guys behind the curtain, and you can talk with them, you can speak with them, you see how hard they have to train themselves. And I love this. I love the sports. But I'm German, so I also love football. I don't know why, because it doesn't make any sense when you see the games the German national team played the last 1.5 years. It's oh my God, it's such a rubbish. But I'm still completely. I'm from Dortmund, so I'm completely in the football scene.
Yeah. Okay. So you're a Dortmund fan. Okay, that's interesting. Don't you live in Munich now?
Not at all. I'm living in close to Nuremberg because of Corona. I had to leave Spain. I was living 4.5 years in Spain. But we had to switch over. But I left Dortmund when I was 20 years.
Oh, right. Okay, fair enough. Anyway, back to this Saturday's show. Felix Sturm making this sort of comeback in his early 40s. We worked on his comeback fight together against Timo Ross. First of all, what did you think about his comeback fight against Timo in December? What did you make of that?
I think it was better than expected by a lot of people, because I know in Germany there were a lot of box fans who said, let's see what happens when he's back in the ring. He's 41 and blah, blah, blah. In the end, he was better than expected. And I think that a lot of critics from the last fight has turned into fans now again. Because he's so absolutely focused. He looks great, with 42. When I would have looked like him when I was 42. It's great,
I would look like him now, and I'm about 6 years younger than him.
Fair enough. That's what I mean. It's crazy. No, and he's absolutely focused on the fights and on the training. He was boxing more than 70 rounds and sparring rounds, and he looks fresh.
Yeah. And what about the man, Mr. Kraft, coming to upset the apple cart?
Oh, he's a young gun. He's a young guy. He's a wild one. He's a young gun. He's a great guy. He's the pretty boy, and that's what it's all about. He's the pretty boy, and it's really the whole attitude is one of these fresh young guys, and he's very respectful because he was a huge fan of Felix Sturm, and now he's got the chance to box against his idol.
Yeah, I forget that he was probably coming through when Felix was doing his first world titles and things like that. So we've got the show. We've got who else we've got on the show? We've got Senegashi as well. You've been working with Senad. How far do you think Senad can go? Do you think he can get his bridgerweight world title shot that he wants?
I don't know. He's I don't know how the word in English is. He's like the devil out of the box. You don't know what you can expect. He's a machine. He's really a machine. He's a fighting machine, and he doesn't care about anything. If you tell him, okay, box against Joshua, he's gonna box against Joshua. If you say, okay, tomorrow you have to fight against Fury, he's gonna go to the ring, and say, okay, I'm prepared. Let's box against him. So I don't know. I think it will be a hard fight, but I see Senad as the winner. in the end.
Okay, fantastic. And we've also got Vincent Feigenbutz on the card. He's a big star in Germany. Well, it appears he's a big star in Germany. What's your thoughts on Vincent?
I think he has a mind change because he was brought to World Championship fights, I think, too early, because he has no history of amateur boxing fights.
With you, yeah.
So and when you're boxing with 21, 22 against the Carolis, for example, he was destroyed mentally. But now he's changed. He has changed his whole habit, his whole surrounding. He has kicked some people around him who just want to make the fame on his shoulders. And I think he's also very fresh in the brain now.
Yeah, it's interesting. I'm doing the research on Vincent. He can't really do a lot moving backwards, can he? He's sort of coming forward. So yeah, that'd be interesting as well. What is the state of boxing in Germany? Because the first time I came here to cover boxing was in December, and I asked a couple of people how big is boxing here, and a couple of taxi drivers said no one cares about boxing. And then I come down to this gym, seems to be a lot of passion about it. This is my third time back here, so that should speak for itself. From your standpoint, like you've been working in the industry for quite a long time, where are we with boxing in Germany?
I think we're on the right way. I think the biggest mistake was made in the past. We had these great world champions like Sven Ottke, Dariusz Michalczewski, of course Felix Sturm, Vladimir Vitali Klitschko, and so on, Artur Grigorian, and all these guys. They were here. They were fighting for Universum box promotion or for Sauerland box promotion, and then there was a gap. I think it has something to do that the people, that the audience was really rid of these. I don't know how to say the points, the referees, the judges.
Oh yeah,
These
you used to have a really bad reputation, yeah.
But
now England is like the new Germany in boxing.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Right.
Happened about 5 years ago.
Yeah, right. So I think boxing is back. Boxing is back on the shoulder of the young guns, on the shoulders of people of guys like Felix Sturm. I think boxing is back, but the Germans don't know it at all at the moment because they have to brawl back to the big TV channels but who knows? Perhaps the internet is the new biggest TV channel for it. It's a great chance for all these boxers.
Yeah, it's kind of we're in a real rebuilding process, would you say?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Clearing and rebuilding process. I think this is absolutely like this. All these old puppet masters in the scene, they are out. So the new ones come and they like to change something. I think there's just one way that they come all together, all the promoters, and really sit at one table and talk with each other, because we have the same problem now on Saturday. We have also in Munich a really good fight card.
Yeah, there's a good show there.
Yeah, it's a good show there, but it doesn't make any sense because we have 52 weeks a year, and it doesn't make any sense if there are title fights in Munich and the same evening in Hamburg, and so they have to sit together and talk with each other because it doesn't make any sense.
It would be better to have boxing on every weekend rather than...
Of course, sure.
Yeah, everyone competing, So, okay, very interesting. Kai, thank you so much. Great chat. Look forward to Saturday, and I'm sure you don't need the luck with the emceeing. I'm sure it's going to be a great night.
No, it's always great to have luck. No, I'm happy to be back, and great to see you again. Thank you very much, Adam.